I'm LJ,
What's cracking, y'all? It's Stevie Nicks.
and we're Knicks fans.
And welcome to Knicks Anonymous.
Myself, and I think we see Willis coming out.
Pass break to Walt Frazier. Frazier then slows it down. Is picked up by Jerry West at the top of the post. Reed.
The New York Knicks.
Here's David Stern
For
with the
their first
announcement.
pick, select Patrick Ewing.
Bernard looking for 50, and he's got it. Back-to-back 50-point games for Bernard King. Anthony for three. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied. Houston ducks under. Got it! With 8 tenths left. Lynn puts it up. Bang! Jeremy Lin from downtown. Johnson cuts left. Now fires a three. It is good, and he's fouled. It counts, and he is fouled.
Barrett drives down. This time finishes with authority.
What is going on, Knicks Anonymous family? Welcome back to another episode of
Knicks Anonymous,
episode
76.
76. Well, officially 76, because last week was supposed to be 76. This will be
75 part 2.
75 part 2. Yes, you already know the vibe. Shout out to the Knicks Anonymous family. We are the people's voice.
And we are nothing without the people.
We are nothing without you, the beautiful people. Stevie, tell all the newcomers where they could find us.
All right. Follow us on Instagram at Knicks Anonymous. Follow us on Twitter as well at Knicks Anonymous. And I keep forgetting to mention it because I forget we have one. You could also follow us on TikTok at Knicks Anonymous. We barely use that one, but we're there.
That one is very situational.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have to be like special, pretty much. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, and Breaker. And you can simply Google us and find us there.
Surely can. And merch on the way. Pins coming. I don't know how long until the pins get here, Stevie?
We're either gonna officially unveil them next episode or the following episode. So definitely within the next 2 episodes.
Within the next 2 episodes. That means 2 weeks, 3 at most. So
Yeah.
stay at the lookouts for that. Definitely follow us on all platforms so you can definitely stay up to date with all your information. Like we say, Instagram is just for the general updates. Twitter is if you want to actually conversate with us. Interesting week of basketball. Let's just get right into it because I am extremely fucking tired. We've been talking about Knicks all evening. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to the past, present, future team that we just recorded an episode with. Shout out Trippy, Smitty. Shout out to our special guest Bones for dropping in, and Ariel the God. So
Yeah, that was a fun episode actually.
that was a real fun episode. Make sure you go check it out on the VSN network, either on the website or on the YouTube page. So interesting week of basketball. 2-2. We were close. We predicted. I think the only loss that we didn't account for. I mean, the only W we didn't account for was the Denver game. 'Cause I think we said we were going to lose that game.
Yeah, we said we were gonna get blown out. As a matter of fact, it turns out
Facts.
Jokic was out with COVID, so we lucked out there. But a
No
win is a
excuses.
win, in my opinion.
Exactly, no excuses. And Aaron Gordon was hurt, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
him too.
But no excuses. We play who we play, and honestly, we almost lost that game regardless. But that's besides the
Yeah,
point.
we'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, we'll start with the Utah game, which we won 118, 111. Good win. I think that was a good win, bro, because Utah, as I said last week when we were going over what our predictions were, Utah has always been a well-run organization, well-coached team. So I always think it's an accomplishment to beat them. And historically speaking, the Knicks always have a hard time with Utah. So a win against them is pretty good in my opinion.
And not only it was a win, but it was their first L at home.
Oh, was it? I didn't
Sure
know that.
was.
Okay.
It sure. I think it was both for Utah and Denver. We gave them their first L's at home. So that's definitely big. And Utah was definitely one of the games that we said that the Knicks were going to steal.
Yeah, I did. I called that. That was
That's
me.
a fact.
Jalen Brunson was obviously the player of that game. 25 points, 3 boards, 8 assists, 3 steals. I forgot the Jazz. The Jazz have a Nick Chiller, Kelly Olynyk. He had a good game against us as well. He dropped 27 and he had 27 and 11. Yeah, there's always a Nick killer, bro. I'm not gonna say every team has one, but there's those known Nick killers. Like Terrence Ross is one of them. Kelly Olynyk is another one.
Yeah, it's not. Did I think Sim started that game, right?
Did he? No, iHeart did.
iHeart, that's right. I still think Sims should start over iHeart. I think iHeart is purely a backup.
He did have a double in this game though. Jericho Sims. He had 11 points, 13 boards. Kind of helps your case right there.
Listen,
Kind of helps your argument.
I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Listen, Sims is a monster, bro. He once he figures out how to use his size to his advantage. Not to say he hasn't already, because he did catch an alley oop on somebody's head that game, I think.
Yeah, he did.
So
he did.
He definitely did. And once he realizes like, oh shit, I could do this more often, I think he's gonna be super dominant.
I won't say dominant, because dominant, I think of guys like Shaq. Guys like that, I think are dominant. But he will be a very good center if given the chance to. Because he has this, unlike most young centers, like, because you know how most young centers, they have to grow and get strength. He already has the strength.
Yeah, he came in
strong already.
brolic.
He just has to work on the fundamentals. Excuse me. He does that. He's gonna be a problem.
And usually brolic guys are the slowest. He's very fast.
Bro, these days, like, everybody's a freak athlete these days. So, yeah.
Yo, you should see the fucking AAU leagues for like 16U. Bro, these 16-year-olds are like 6'3".
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck? It's crazy nowadays, man. It's ridiculous. But yo, shout out to Sims, man. He's pushing the envelope. Like, who would have thought a second round pick? What was he, 58? Like, almost damn near last.
57, 58, around that area.
Who would have thought that guy would be the one to push out our two main centers?
Yeah, bro. I think I said it in PPF. Being that he's having this mini, I guess we'll call it, surge of good play, he's showing that he has a chance to actually steal some minutes. You know what I mean? Perhaps
could you argue starting?
I was gonna say perhaps starting minutes. And it's not to diminish Mitchell Robinson and nothing like that, because he's our starter and we signed him to be the starter. But considering his injury history, there may be shots for Jericho Simmons in the near future. And if he shines, we may have a good controversy. Most controversies are bad these days, but in this instance, it would be a pretty good controversy to have. And, I'm keeping iHeart out the conversation because, no disrespect to iHeart, a lot of Knick fans are down on him. I personally like iHeart. Like, if used properly, he brings something to the table.
So when you say use properly, how would you use him? What's proper for iHeart?
He's situational. Like, if we need that stretch big, you know what I mean? That's what we signed him for anyway. That's his role. But what doesn't help is the defensive deficiencies he has. Like,
he's super slow, man. He is super, super slow.
You know what I mean? The effort is there. Like, he's just like Cancer. He's like Enes Kanter. I always say that. There's
Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you said Cancer. I was like, what the?
No, Cancer. Enes Kanter.
I was gonna be like, yo, what the?
The effort is there, but he's just slow-footed. You know what I mean? And that makes him a liability. So yeah, that's the downside to him.
I agree. Because Cantor was a big piece for us, not for nothing, in the little short term that he had. He was actually a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Ever since we did to LeBron.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But the point being is Jericho Sims has a shot to potentially steal some shine. The opportunity may be there.
I wouldn't want to Alonzo Trier him. And what I mean by that, shout out to everybody shout out to everybody who knows what I'm talking about. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, we had a point guard named Alonzo Trier, and it was the Fizdale era. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So pretty much what happened is that the Knicks fan base was pushing Fizdale to start Trier, and he finally started Trier. And Trier had that one game he started, he had a horrendous game. I think he had 0 points in like 30 minutes. It was some horrendous shit. And we never saw him again. So what I'm saying is that I don't want us to push the agenda on Sims just yet because he is still raw talent. He's still, like Stevie said, he needs to get the fundamentals down. I would say definitely increase his minutes though. He definitely needs to see the floor more often than not. I'll say that.
Absolutely, absolutely. But to wrap up the Jazz game, you know, we had 6 guys in double figures.
Shout out to
Um,
Emmanuel Quickly because honestly, Quickly has been struggling
Yeah.
lately, and this was actually one of the few good games he's had.
Yeah,
had
he was one of
13
those guys who was in double figures, 13 points. He shot well from the field as well, 50%. You know, we need more of that from him. You know what I mean? They actually out rebounded us. I was gonna say we out rebounded them. That's not the case.
Shout out to Cam Reddish too, man. Cam Reddish has definitely been balling lately, bro. I think he's slowly becoming one of my favorite Nick.
Man, it's the defense, man. He makes a big difference on the defense. I mean, our perimeter defense needs work, but when our perimeter defense does make a play, it's usually Cam. So yeah, he's slowly becoming a valuable piece. What did he have in this game? Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me check that. Oh, that's why you mentioned him. He had 19 points. There you go.
He sure
Okay.
did. 7 and 13, 2 of 5. Could be
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, you go, Cam. You go, Cam. We need
Killer
more of that.
Cam, Killer Cam.
We
Yo,
need
bro,
more of that.
let's talk about it real quick though, bro. RJ Barrett, man, let's
Uh-oh.
really talk about it for a second. 18 points, 5 of 18, 0 of 5 from 3. He's been sick. So rumors say that he's been sick for a numerous amount of games.
I've heard that.
Honestly, I could applaud the effort, but let's be honest, bro, you are not Michael Jordan. All right, Michael Jordan played through the flu because he is who he is. Kobe Bryant could have probably done the same thing because of who they are. Some could argue LeBron, but fuck that guy. Some would say, I'm not. Some would say, listen, I applaud the effort. All right, but bro, you're not everybody I just named. You're not him. If you're not feeling well, do not play. You're gonna only hurt the team.
I agree. I actually agree with that. I was gonna say halfway because, like you said, I applaud the effort, but you mentioned that, so I'll fully agree. Maybe it would have been better if he would have sat. You know what I mean? Because
He's already struggling healthy. So imagine an unhealthy Barrett.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like maybe it would have been a blessing if he sat, but unfortunately, well, let me not say unfortunately because we did win the game, but he ended up playing either way. Despite the bad shooting game, he was a +3, so he contributed in other ways, so you could at least give him that. One thing you can't take away from RJ, that you really can't give to Randall, despite the fact how much we defend Randall, is RJ doesn't check out, and I've said that many times. So despite him being shaky to start the season, I think the reason he doesn't get the criticism that Julius gets is that more so than not, RJ doesn't check out. Julius has had moments where he's checked out. And in games like the one in Utah where he wasn't shooting too well, he ended up doing other stuff well, defending the perimeter, passing, rebounding like he always does. So that kind of saves him from criticism,
You know what's crazy?
And like Trippy said, I think he said it in the chat. I think Trippy said it in the chat. He said we gave Randall 1 season, so it's only right we give RJ 1. I think that's fair. You know what I mean? I think that's fair. And RJ does have a history of starting slow. I do want that to stop though.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that to be a habit.
Fire for once.
Yeah,
but
that's a
I'll
bad
take it
habit,
for
man.
now. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's see where it goes. Like we all know RJ's eventually gonna pick it up. So I'm not gonna stay down on him. Not that I'm down on him, but I don't think a lot of the fan base will stay down on him like the way they are now. Because there's a lot of people that's can't lie. There's some RJ slander going out there. Criticism is cool, slander's not.
Yeah, like so basically when we mean slander, we mean like how Randall gets it. So now that energy that Randall gets is slowly going towards RJ. And believe it or not, Randall went -12 this game.
Did
Well,
he? Hold on.
not
Yeah.
to say believe it or not, because I'm pretty sure everyone who hates Randall's like, oh, I fucking believe it. But you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I like Randall and I believe it.
Yeah, so do I, honestly. Yeah, it's back and forth, man. Like this team's problem is its inconsistency. All right, everybody is the problem.
Except maybe Jalen Brunson.
And yeah, Jalen Brunson. He's the only answer. Maybe Cam Reddish too. Cam Reddish, he does better than not. So honestly, but then again, as Brunson says in all of his interviews, we need to do better. So it's a team game. Everybody contributes. That's the reason why we won this game, to be honest, because Randall, our best player, quote unquote, our best player, went -12, and yet we still won the game because everybody else, like you said, 6 guys in triple digits, right? Or 6 guys
Double
in
digits.
double digits. Sorry,
Dude, triple digits. Goddamn, bro. That'd
That
be a
would be-
record-breaking game.
that would be OD. But yeah, 6 guys in double digits, and that's how you win a game. You win a game with team ball. So we'll get to that later in terms of Randall and his toxicity, quote unquote, whatever. But we'll keep it pushing with the game. So next up, we move on to Denver.
Nuggets. 106-103. We beat them for the first time since, what was it they said? 2008?
I don't remember. It was a long
It's
time.
been a while since we've won in Denver. Let's just put it that way. And we finally took one from them. I can't lie, bro.
Thanks to who though?
Jokic being there did make a difference. I'll be very real.
Who do we win to? Who? Thanks to who, Stevie?
Julius
Randle.
He had a good stat line too. 34 points, 11 boards, 4 assists, 4 steals. Yeah, he actually played defense this game. He actually did. He tried.
But he shoots
he
so
did that
bad
more
from three,
often.
bro. He shoots so bad. He went 3 of 10.
Yeah, I mean 30%. Yeah, 30% is bad. That's pretty bad.
That's terrible, man. That's actually that's what he's averaging.
One more three. If he makes one more three, it's good.
That's true. That is true. That's a good way to look at it. That's a very good way to look at it.
I mean, it's the truth though, because the difference between being a good 3-point shooter and a bad 3-point shooter percentage wise in this case is 1-3, and in this case he's a bad 3-point shooter. But overall, he had a decent game. Well, I'm not saying decent. He had a real good game. You know what I mean? What I don't like though, bro, is that we had to catch up. I really hate that. Because yeah, they have Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, they had Jamal Murray, but the dude who usually gives us the problem wasn't there, and that's Jokic. Jokic is the reason we usually struggle against them. He's the one who opens it up for the other guys. And as you can see, without Jokic there, even though they went up 15 on us, they couldn't close it out on us for the simple fact that Jokic wasn't there to open things up for them. So they had a hard time creating on us for a little short period of time, and we took advantage.
And that's also thanks to Brunson, because without Brunson, I don't think we come back at all. I think Randall finishes the game with 40 and we lose by 5, probably.
That's a possibility.
You know what I mean? Because last year, all the pressure was on Randall. So Randall would have had like 7 turnovers, 43 points, terrible shooting night, and we lose by like 10 probably.
Speaking of which, Brunson had 21, 5, and 7. Good stat line, man.
2 of 4, 7 of 13. He's doing great, man. He's so efficient. That dude is he's a machine, man.
Yeah, he damn sure is, bro. Speaking of efficiency, Cam was too. 10 points, 3 boards, 2 steals in the block. Pretty modest game, bro. But he was 3 of 5 from the field, 4 of 5 from free throw, plus 13. Pretty efficient to me.
Yo, bro. RJ Barrett again, bro. 11 points, 4 of 18, 0 of 9.
Yeah, this one's a bad game for him.
Bro, what is going on? Have you ever seen that meme? And it's like, I wonder what's going on inside their heads. Like, yo, bro, what is he thinking? What's going on in that being of Barrett?
It's weird too, like the 0 of 9 from 3, because like
when do you stop? When do you say stop? Like,
the weird thing with RJ with his struggles this year that concerns me is that, like, all right, when he struggled last year, his shot selection didn't get worse. He still played his game as far as the offense goes. He still tacked, regardless if he missed or not. Now that he's off to the rough start, the shot selection seems to have fallen off. That's pretty concerning in that aspect. Because, like, at the end of the day, like we always say, what saves RJ is the effort doesn't stop. So, that's still there, and that'll always be cool. And until that stops,
chill. He went -18.
I'll keep picking it up until it stops. When it stops, then I'll be super concerned.
I think it's not this game.
I'm not super concerned, but it is concerning that his shot selection has kind of dwindled. You know what I mean? It's gotten worse, and that's the only concerning thing. But what do you think about that?
Listen, that -18 don't lie, bro. That means he wasn't doing anything at all, pretty much. He was just on the
That's what I'm
floor.
saying. This game wasn't one of the good ones.
He was just on the floor. Okay, look it. I think I don't know. I don't want to blame anything on anybody for somebody's performance because at the end of the day, you play how you play. Then again, but coaching and stuff does have an influence on stuff. It is concerning that RJ is going 0 for 9 because that means either that could be the way the offense is set up and it's forcing him to shoot those shots. Because like you said, RJ has never been this type of player IQ wise. He's never been the type of player to continuously just shoot when he knows he's struggling. So it's kind of concerning that he's still shooting. So like when you're 0 for 5, don't get me wrong, I love the tenacity and the confidence in your ability to score. But when something's not working, you got to go to plan B. And plan B is not even working for him. He went 4 of 18 from the field. So nothing is really working for RJ right now. And it could be the way the offense is set up. Because I don't know, bro. I mean, he misses a lot of layups too, not for nothing. There's a lot of shots that he goes to the basket and he's not wide open, but like, yo, bro, he's right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird, but it's weird though. By the numbers, he's shooting great from 2 still.
I don't know, bro.
We gotta he's still shooting well from 2, but his struggles from 3 is so bad. It's brought his percentage down that much.
Actually,
That's the weird part about it.
I got his yearly stats right here. So
What's
RJ,
what's the shooting percentage like right now?
He's
after
shooting
today.
Right now he's shooting 39% from the field.
Overall?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So he slipped.
And he's shooting 25% from 3.
So 39 regular, 25 from 3.
Oh my God. Does that sound like a contract player to you?
Wow, bro. So that means within the last week or 2, he slipped. That's crazy. Because remember, like 2 weeks ago, we was arguing it's the 3 because he was
44. He was 44% from field, I think.
Overall, yeah, but 48 from 2. But his percentage was down from 3. So everything's down now. Wow, that's crazy. That is concerning.
I'm not lying, folks. Look at it's like a small, you can't even see it, but 39%. Yeah, he's bugging out right now. I don't know what's going on mentally, but like every Knicks fan loves to tell me he starts like this every year. But
It's different this time around.
Yeah.
He does, but this time around it's a little different.
It looks like he's just
like I
not
said, his
feeling
IQ seems to have slipped. At least as far as his shot selection. Everything else, like I said, everything else is cool. He's not turning the ball over like that. He's rebounding, like I said. He's at least trying on defense, and he's passing the ball. He's not going nuts. But the shot selection doesn't seem to be there.
Do you think? Okay, this is just speculation, because the addition of Jalen Brunson has positively affected Randall. Do you think it could be negatively affecting RJ somehow?
I don't think so. Not at all. I don't think so.
So you think this is just RJ in his head, just trying to figure things out?
I would say so. I don't think Brunson has anything to do with that. If anything, Brunson's having a positive impact on the team as a whole, in my opinion. If you can show me anything negative, if you can show me any negative impact aside from the fact that most point guards could shoot over him, which is the only problem he has, but he covers that by scoring and dishing the rock. Show me one. That's the only negative I could think of.
The reason why I throw that out is because that's really the only change from last year to this year. So like, why would RJ be this much worse? I'm not saying it's Brunson's fault. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, why is he just doing so bad? Yeah, he starts off bad every year, but like no one's giving me the why. Why is this happening? Could it be Tibbs? Could it be the point guard? Or maybe he's just whack. Or maybe he's just, like, what is it? I want to know, RJ. Tell me. I want to know.
I think he's just off to a rough start, man. I can't lie. The shot selection is concerning, but I think he's just off to a rough start. That's all there is to it.
I hope so.
I mean, some players take longer than others to adjust to new people around them. You know what I mean? So remember, this is the first time the Knicks are having a point guard that knows that actually can distribute the ball in a while. So maybe it's gonna take him some time to get used to. So
well, I'll tell you.
At least that's my reasoning. That's something I could think of, because I don't think RJ Barrett's gonna get any worse than this, dude. He's not gonna slip any further into I wouldn't even say he's in oblivion right now. He's just struggling.
Okay,
he's not gonna slip any further.
Can I throw something out there real quick just for RJ? so hopefully he hears this. I think okay, so you remember how Julius Randle went on a tear that All-Star year?
Yeah.
Because no one really I think no one really people let Randall shoot, people let Randall do what he has to do. I think after that year he did bad. A lot of people blame the fans. Now, I do believe fans are a big part of the game, but what I think happened with Randall was that they game planned around him. Because remember the following year they started doubling him, tripling him, and it completely threw his game out of whack, right?
Okay.
So with RJ, because RJ did blow up last year at the end of the year, like he was in All-Star talks. He was, people were saying he got snubbed because he was going off last year. I don't have his numbers on hand, but last year
Now
at the end of the,
he had a little stretch where he was going off. You're not lying.
exactly. So now what I think happened is that teams are now starting to understand that he only goes left. If you watch RJ's game, he literally does nothing but go straight to the basket. That's it. He doesn't spin move. He doesn't dribble. He doesn't no mid-range. He only shoots a three or goes to the basket. One direction. He doesn't Euro step. Nothing. That is very easy to defend.
Okay.
So I think teams are getting used to his play style, and he needs to widen his game. I think he needs to incorporate some type of turnaround jump shot mid-range, though. Some type of because he's a big body, so maybe he can learn something from Randall. Dig into the guy because he's taller and stronger than most guards. Because he's a big guard, so a lot of the guys he's going up against are skinnier. So he could take advantage of that. He could go in deep. Two dribbles, little shimmy, maybe not even a shot, a pump fake and a crossover to the basket, something. You know what I mean? He can't keep going in one direction. It's gonna end up like this, 4 of 18. You know what I mean? Because the Denver Nuggets aren't a trash team. They're gonna adapt, especially halftime. Halftime, they watch film, they see what's going on. So if they shut you down for the first half of the game, you're definitely gonna be gone the second half. Because they watched all the film from the first half and they see you're doing the same shit. So they're going to just play you the same way. So I think he needs to incorporate more dribble moves in his game.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Good take. And just to end the Denver Nuggets game, big shout out to Emmanuel Quickly for his end of the game defense on Jamal Murray. Man, that was pretty impressive.
Thank God.
That was pretty impressive stuff, man.
Thank God, man.
I want more of that Quickly. I think you can. Quickly's capable. I think Quickly's capable of doing that more often than he does.
You called it yourself though. Like Quickly's not so much as a great defender, but his effort will make up for it.
The effort will always. That's why I'm kind of like a lot of Knicks fans have soured on Quickly because of his slow start as well. But he another one, dude. The effort's always there. You know what I mean? He doesn't check out. He's one of them dudes that I always like. Like I hope we really don't trade him, but
we'll talk to that. We'll get into that later in the show. We'll get into that. We'll get into that for
moving
sure.
along to Golden State.
Oh, this is where reality hit us big time.
Yeah. We lost by 10, 111, 101. I actually like the fight though. We actually put up a good fight, man. Like
nah,
it got
I disagree with that one, bro.
No, we did. Like, bro.
Nah. We did not.
We should have stayed blown out. We didn't stay blown out. And for that, I give credit. Yeah, it got ugly. But like I said, 111, 101, that score doesn't show how bad this game could have been. And we stood in there. Like, we brought it down to 8 at one point. And it just so happens, like, the reality is this, bro. They're the Golden State Warriors, bro. The fact that we brought it down to 8 and they were beating us by like a good, 22 to 25 points?
Let me see. What was their biggest lead? Their biggest lead was drum roll 22.
Look at that, bro. We brought it down to 8. We just couldn't get over that hump, bro, just because of who they are. And
and because of who we are.
and that too. And because of who we are. It's mostly because of who they are. Because let's be honest, the Knicks do have a habit of getting down by double digits and catching up.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, in the beginning of the game, they definitely dug their own grave, man. Like, they did not come out with any effort. I mean, it was really hard to watch, man. Like, Klay Thompson hit like 4 threes back to back to back.
It's Klay Thompson, dude. I always
know.
like Clay.
But like, dude, like the shots that he let off were like completely uncontested. We had no hustle. It was bad. It was terrible in the first half. Like
Nah,
you said,
I know.
they
It was-
brought it back.
It could have been much worse. That's why I'm saying, bro. Like this score doesn't show how bad it could have been. So like, I actually like the fight in this game. I usually don't do moral victories. You know what I mean? But it's no shame to lose to Golden State, bro. They got one of the greatest backcourts in the history of the NBA. And I'm talking about all 75 years of the league, bro. This is one of the top, 5 or 10 backcourts ever. So there's no shame in
and they're actually contenders still. Not for nothing.
exactly, bro. They're in the twilight of their careers and they're still contenders. So it's no shame in losing to these guys. I'm just glad it didn't go the way it looked like it was going.
Can I share something real fast?
Oh shoot.
All right. So a lot of I want to bring this to life real quick because it's gonna lead on later in the show, but I just want to bring perspective now so you guys know later. Everybody wants Randall to be gone so Obi Toppin can start. Let me show y'all something real quick. Everybody says Obi Toppin doesn't get the chance that he deserves. I'm looking through all 3 of these games, the 3 games that we just talked about right now. Obi Toppin has averaged about, I would say, 19 minutes, 19 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
That is like double what he had last year. The Utah game, he finished with 9 points, shot 3 of 4, 3 of 4. Good. Next game, we have the Nuggets. He had 23 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 8, 1 of 5. Now we go to
Golden State. He only had
Golden
1
State.
point.
He had
1
1
point.
point and 18 minutes, 0 of 5, 0 of 3. I'm not seeing any starting potential here. That's just my listen, you could I'm not gonna count anything he's because everyone's gonna say, oh, but what about the good he's done before? But okay, listen, if you want him to be in the starting lineup conversation, he needs to be doing this on a consistent basis with the time he's getting. Period.
Okay, that's a fact.
But
That's a fact.
we'll get more in depth later, but let's just continue. Go ahead.
No, I don't really have much for this game, bro. Like I actually didn't expect us to win this one. You know what I mean? They killed us from 3, of course. You know,
Yeah,
we
I
all
didn't
expected that.
think we were gonna win this game either. I thought actually those, like you said, I thought it was gonna be worse than what it actually was.
You know what helped us? You know what brought us into this game? We actually hit our free throws. We were 32 or 34.
Wow.
That's what kept us in the game compared to their 20 free throws.
Free throws win games, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's go,
Or
baby.
at least they keep in our case they keep you in them because you know we don't hit our free throws too good.
And shout out to Jericho Sims, man, because they have not for nothing, what's his name from the Golden State Warriors?
Sims had a double in this game as well in 3 blocks. 10
That's
and
what
10.
I'm saying. Oh my god, what's the guy's name? He has a funny name.
Kevin Looney.
Looney's a beast. People laugh at Looney, but he's a monster.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's big. He a big body.
And Jericho Sims finished with 10 rebounds. So I'm very impressed with that. Definitely more rebounds than Hartenstein for sure. And Hartenstein started, I believe.
Hartenstein had 5 rebounds. Hartenstein's not a bad rebounder though. That's actually a strength of his.
I heard that he's a
He's a better offensive rebounder than he is a defensive rebounder.
Correct. Okay. Look, it quickly disappeared. 0 of 5, 0 of 3, 6 points.
I give him the 6 boards though.
He had 10 boards in the other game too, I think. I think it was either Utah or Denver.
Let me check. Let's see.
He's always around the ball for some reason. Yeah. Not that there's anything bad
bro,
with that.
he has a
but-
knack for the ball, bro. You got to give the man the credit where it's due. You know what I mean? No, against Denver, he had 5 boards. That's still good for a point guard. I'll take that. Let's see against Utah. I'm sorry, y'all. My phone's a little slow.
And I'm not for nothing. I agree to an extent with the PPF crew about the RJ slander, and I agree with you too, Stevie. But you gotta understand, like he's been doing really bad, especially
that's
on
what I'm
this,
saying. Like,
especially on this road trip. Because right
it's
now,
concerning. It is
if-
concerning. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it's not concerning, but because not for nothing, if he wasn't struggling, we'd be a much better team right now.
I agree, but he is.
You know what I mean? Like that's just the reality.
Okay, check this out. Look at 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Sounds good. Sounds amazing. But not when you're going 6 and 19 and 1 and 6. 6 and 19, I could probably let go, maybe, because you're about 2-3 shots away from being 50%. So I'll let the 6 and 19 go. But the 1 of 5 from 3 still struggling, man. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like he just gotta cut down the threes, bro. Same thing with Randall. 2 of our best players are struggling from 3. Like, why would you keep shooting threes, bro? Especially considering one could dominate on the inside and one could be more effective on the mid range.
like literally,
understand
if RJ Barrett just simulated 30% of what DeMar DeRozan does, RJ would be and I say 30% because DeMar DeRozan is a completely different player in terms of like structure and the way he's just built and the way he plays. But if RJ can just take his mid-range game to heart, RJ would be a completely dominant player. I keep saying
I
completely
agree.
dominant.
I
But
agree. The thing with RJ is like for him to take the next step, he just has to make minor adjustments. That's the funny part. Like his adjustments aren't major. He already has the tools. I mean, think about it. He's having bad games and dropping 17, 18 points. So imagine when he has good games. He's going to be dropping like 23, 24. He just got to make
that is a
minor
valid point.
adjustments to his he has to make minor adjustments to his what's it called? I guess
Game?
to his fundamental. He has to work on his fundamentals as well. I guess that's where I was going with that.
I think maybe he's trying to do too much. And he just, like how you said, he needs to make minor adjustments. And he's trying to do, like, this overall game change. And it's just not working for him. And by overall game change, I think he's trying to become more of an outside threat. Which is not what we need him to do, really.
I mean, the more the merrier. I could understand it, dude. But just don't fire away because that's not you. Like you have the ability to actually mid-range dominate. You can dominate from the mid-range. You have that potential. You being able to shoot would just be the plus. Work on it, but don't make it who you are.
Don't make it your main.
I don't want
piece.
RJ to be Klay Thompson. I don't want RJ to be Steph Curry. I want you to have a good 3-point percentage, but you don't have to be them. Your strength is the mid-range and driving.
So would you take 36%?
That'd be
35%?
great. From 3? Hell yeah. 36% from 3 for RJ would be great.
How about 34?
I'll
say 34 the low is the minimum.
34 the lowest wouldn't be too bad. I mean,
Minimum.
I would want more, but where he's at now, I would settle that. I would settle for that for this season. But you would have to improve on that next year. You better begin. If you get to 34 this season, I want you at 36 next year.
From the start.
No, you don't have, bro. As long as you finish the season at that percentage, I'm fine with it. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. So I firmly believe in that. But I dig though. If you could start on fire, why not?
Bing bong. Couldn't have said it better myself, my sir. Julius Randle, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 15, 3 of 7. I mean, how can you hate this guy, bro? How can you do it? How can you do it? He's literally one of the most efficient guys on the court.
He gives you reasons. Don't get it twisted.
Besides his attitude and defense.
Yeah. He gives you reasons, but he was a minus 17 in this game. So he had some lapses there. Not
his
like
defense.
today. Today in Phoenix, I can't even lie, bro. There's a few moments he had me tight. I'll keep it very
a lot of
bro.
looking, a lot of standing around and doing nothing.
Yeah, today, I'm not gonna say I never noticed it, but today it happened more so than I've seen before, and I don't understand why. The final score for today against Phoenix was 116-95. For the most part, we were playing good up until the third quarter. And not even the third quarter, in the middle of the third quarter. And all of a sudden, they couldn't miss from 3.
Booker had, I think, 11 points in that quarter.
He had a 4-point play. He had a 4-point play in the first half.
Yeah, on Mitchell Robinson, gangster.
And I think 2 or 3 times we fouled them behind the 3-point line. Which didn't help in any way.
Our perimeter defense is shat. Shat.
Yeah, today kind of showed that Cam Reddish is a little more valuable than we think, man, because he could have made a difference today guarding up on Devin Booker, even though Devin Booker only had 20 points. So we didn't do too bad. But everybody else killed us from three. Damian Lee was 4 of 6. D Book obviously did his thing. He was 5 of 8.
That's a lot of threes, though, bro.
Yeah, bro. As a team, Phoenix was 17 of 39, 43%. And as a team, we were 7 of 25, 28%.
Well, shout out to Quentin Grimes, first of all, because he was actually the one gifted the opportunity. I wouldn't say gifted because that's a nightmare, but to guard Devin Booker.
He did pretty good at first in the first half. Quentin Grimes shined today, bro. I think this is his job to lose.
At the end of the day, Devin Booker
This is his job to
still...
lose, bro. I think Quentin Grimes officially stays the starting shooting guard after today's performance. 10 points, 5 boards, 8 assists.
Oi. What about Cam Reddish? What happened?
Even though Quentin Grimes was a minus 12, that all depends on if he's available. Because if he's not available tomorrow and Quentin Grimes has another shot to shine.
No, I'm saying when everybody's healthy.
I'm
saying when everybody's healthy, I think Cam needs to start over Grimes. I don't think I would have it the other way around.
See, this is one of those situations where we might have a good controversy in our hands, just like in the center position. Because again, tomorrow we got OKC. If I'm not mistaken, hold on, wait, let me see. Tomorrow we got
OKC tomorrow.
At what time?
I think it's night 8
o'clock.
8 p.m.
Okay. All right. We got OKC tomorrow. Let's assume Cam doesn't play. Quentin Grimes has another game like today, but a few more points. Today he had what? How many points Quentin Grimes had? Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. He had 10 points today. Again, 5 of 8 shooting. No, 4 of 10 shooting. 40%. That's not bad. Let's say he drops 14 points and his percentage just goes up. He plays great defense and we win the game. You don't think the conversation switches a little bit? Like, hey, maybe we should start Grimes, see where this goes. Hypothetically speaking, of course, because that depends on Cam's availability.
I think no. I'm gonna tell you why. I think Cam is a better offensive and defensive all-around player than Quentin Grimes, and in terms of consistency, at least.
And talent-wise as well, I won't lie. I did say many times, like, if any player on this team puts us all together, it'd be Cam, and Cam would be the most talented one.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because now with Quentin Grimes being the way he's doing, he fills the Fournier void. He fills that spot off the bench, because we've always been wondering who's going to take Fournier's spot, because Fournier hasn't touched the court in like 2 weeks. So now you could give all those minutes to Grimes, and now you have Reddish starting, and now you have Grimes to back him up. So you don't even lose defense. You actually gain it off the bench, and we always say the bench is our strongest asset. So now you make it even stronger by having Grimes on that team.
Understood, but again, just like at the center position, this could be one of those things that it's a good controversy, and it might become a controversy based on injury. Because remember, you got two injury-prone guys so far in their career. Let's be honest. Cam and Quentin, both are injury-prone. Right now, Cam's the one that, at first, it was Quentin that was out. Cam was the one that was shining, right?
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to now. Possibly Cam's out tomorrow. Game time decision, I assume, because they said he's day-to-day.
He probably
Let's
won't.
assume he's, again, now Quentin's going to have his time to shine. Bro, this is the Mitchell Robinson, Jericho Sims thing. You know what I mean? Jericho Sims has his shot because of Mitchell Robinson's injury history. It just so happens the two dudes at the guard position both have injury history, and now Quentin Grimes is the one with the shot.
Which is not really good, to be honest. Because what if they both go down?
Great.
What if they both go down?
Okay, that's worst case scenario. I'm thinking it's great because it shows how much depth we got.
That's true, but it's also very problematic because of how probable it is for them to get injured. So let's say Reddish gets injured, and let's say, God forbid, Grimes gets hurt tomorrow.
Deuce McBride steps in. See, it was that depth again.
But can you
know what I
trust
mean?
his offensive presence though?
I could. He did
That's
drop,
that's
bro.
that's to be determined.
I mean, we put him in today. Free deuce. Hashtag free deuce.
What do you? I think he had 9 points, right? Something like that.
Buh. 9 points in 13 minutes. And a
Like
steal.
three steals, right? Something like that.
Nah,
He had a
one
couple of
steal.
tips. He had
Yeah,
a
one
bunch of
steal.
tips.
Yeah, bro. Like he's a presence, man. With all these struggles with our perimeter defense, it kind of shocks me that he's not getting minutes. But excuse me, sorry about that. Now that we have this little injury bug going, he's gonna have a shot tomorrow against OKC as well. And I'm interested to see how he responds, especially considering last time we played OKC, they dropped 145 on us, and most of that was because of bad perimeter defense. I want to see what kind of impact Deuce will have on this game. It's gonna be very interesting to see because now he's gonna have a chance to shine. That's another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely agree with you on the depth part because we definitely said that last year too. Like the conversations that we're having is a good argument and a good conversation to have because that just proves how much depth we actually have. Honestly, I just really wanted because tomorrow is a really big matchup to really see what these guys got because SGA's dropped 42 on us last game. And that was because we didn't have Grimes. We didn't have who was even guarding? Who was guarding him? Was it RJ?
Oh, bro, do we really have to go back to that game, bro? That
No,
game was
let's
depressing,
not
bro.
let's not
We
let's not
have
let's-
to, bro.
No, let's not take a trip down that lane.
Yeah, man.
But-
Not that game, bro. Any game but that one. Please. That game was like
Basically, what I'm trying to
tomorrow's a
say
revenge game
is
for me, bro. We have to win tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna be tight.
yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to say is we didn't have the guys we have now, so we'll see what Grimes can do or Deuce or whoever
Bro,
can do against
tomorrow gonna be a
SGA.
statement game, bro, for 3 young players. Jericho, Deuce, Grimes. Remember,
Yeah.
because we lost bad last game. Bro, we lost bad last game. And if we win this game, especially because of those 3 guys, got the coaching in the front office got to do some thinking and some talking.
Oh man, coaching. That's another problem. We'll get there. Is that it for the Phoenix game? Oh wait. Yeah, RJ
I mean, we
Barrett.
get into some stats unless you want to move off.
The only stats I'm really concerned of is RJ Barrett. Dude, I think every game we talked about right now, he had a bad game every single one.
Yeah, including this one. 3 of 11. He hit his free throws, 5 of 6. I give him that. Usually doesn't. He struggles from free throws as well.
I gave him the finger claps. I give him this.
Randall, oh my God, bro. Randall was terrible this game.
Let's
dude.
see what he
9
had.
points,
Oh
6 rebounds.
Jesus. Oh my God. 4 of 11 and 1 of 4.
That's not even what made me mad, bro. It's the defensive lapses, bro. Like he
It was
seemed
crazy.
he seemed so like,
He went -6,
bro. I thought he'd be worse.
and RJ went -24.
That's hard to believe, bro. Because Randall was much worse than RJ today.
Apparently not.
I usually defend Randall, bro. Today I can't. Today. I'm shocked RJ had a worse plus minus than Randall. That's shocking to me. I have to rewatch this game and see what happened because I don't recall RJ being that bad. He was bad. He was that bad.
Well, his field goal percentage could definitely be a part. He went 27%.
I mean, that is bad.
Yeah, that's almost fucking. You missed every shot pretty much.
But bro, he was at least trying on defense, bro. Randall was just terrible today.
Yeah, there was a
he was
lot of
looking at
times
the
he was
sun.
just looking. Yeah. Is
He
that a
looking at the
joke? Is
sun, bro.
that a
I don't know
joke?
why.
Was that an inside joke? Was that a boom boom?
Oh no, I just said like because he was looking up, like he.
Because we played the Suns, and you said he was looking at the Suns. So
Well, yeah, well, no, I didn't. No pun intended. I should have said no pun intended. No pun intended. But he didn't do this a few times,
no, yeah, he was looking at air. I don't know what he's doing.
bro. What happened? I don't know, bro. Like today was weird, bro. Like, you better not have been smoking. Like, you know what? Don't even put that out there. They probably drug test him tomorrow. Nigga. Don't put
Oh
it out there.
shit.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy if they drug tested because of us. I'd be like, oh shit, they listen. Oh shit.
I'd be like, well, yeah. I mean, like, first of all, I'm sorry, and second of all, thanks for listening.
Yeah, good looks. Good looks for the listen. Did you follow? Did you like, comment, subscribe?
Exactly. You know, like I hope that don't happen. But yeah, If he is smoking, cut down, bro. You don't need it out of all people.
He might need it because all the stress he's getting from all the Knicks fans.
Not before a game though.
That's true.
If you don't have a game that day, do whatever you want. But on game day, don't smoke. That's if you smoke. That's just me speculating. That's just us speculating.
All right, let's get off the topic because we're going to get this nigga in trouble.
Yeah, I know. Hell yeah.
We're going to get this guy in trouble. But
All
okay,
right, moving on to the Phoenix game.
let's wrap it up here. So 2 of 2 at the end of the day, neutral so far. So that's good because we expected to go what was it, 1 and 3? Right?
Yeah, I would say so.
We
Because
expected to
we
go 1
said
and 3.
Utah was the only winnable game.
Yeah. So good. Not bad, but not
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I think Tibbs kind of sort of saved his job for now.
Neutrals. Well, okay, wait. So we are in what I like to call the neutral zone, and I think I actually labeled one of the episodes that because the Is It Just Me was for that episode was, are we just a neutral team, and is that good or bad? So it's not good or bad. I would
I mean,
just
the
say
average team.
yeah, average. So
You said neutral.
okay,
Keep going, my fault. I didn't mean to stop you. Keep going.
no. They kind of be the same thing, right? Kind of, sort of, whatever. So
Nah,
average
neutral means something else, but we'll get into that later.
yeah, so average. So average team. It's not good or bad. The problem with being average is the stagnation. So now it's like, where do we go from here, right? So with that being said, there's a lot of talk with Julius Randle and Thibodeau, and even quickly being on the seat out of New York. Now, quickly, not because of his play, but because of his value. Same goes for Randall.
Yeah, his value's
Thibodeau-
gone up from what I've heard.
Yeah, and Thibodeau, on the other hand, is not because of his value, but because of his poor coaching.
I don't think he's
So-
a poor coach, man, because he's good at certain things. It's just that he's caught in his ways and other things.
So with that means, let's start with Tibbs then. Let's start with Tibbs real quick. What is do you think his biggest downfall?
Well, we can't say he doesn't adjust because he has made some changes. It's just that it's the timing of the changes. Now he has to work on the timing because we can't be mad at Tibbs and say he doesn't adjust. He's adjusted this season. He's made some adjustments. Let's not deny that. We could all admit that. What his problem is the timing. He still is stubborn enough to keep lineups in that aren't working. You know what I mean? Like, he'll make the change when it's too late. Like, he'll make the adjustment when it's too late.
Like what
So
Deuce
his
McBride
problem
in his
is
team.
Exactly. So his problem now is not more so the fact that he can't adjust. It's the timing of it. Because like I said, he has made the positive adjustments this year. It's just like he's not too good at the timing. Maybe it's because like it takes some getting used to. I like to give Tibbs the benefit of the doubt personally, because I always said I'm a fan of his, man. His Knick connections are there. He's
definitely one of the better.
league.
He's one of the better coaches we've had in like the past
exactly.
like
And
3 years.
he's well liked, and it's not like players don't like or respect him. He's well liked in the league, well known, has his success, has his failures. He's not perfect, but I give him credit for at least attempting to change, because we all know him as a stubborn guy. But at this point, his biggest problem for what I'm seeing is the timing of his adjustments. He's making the adjustments. He just has to work on the timing. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because Deuce, again, I've asked this earlier in the episode. We're struggling on perimeter defense. Why is Deuce McBride not getting minutes? And his forte is defense.
And you literally drafted him
For
defense.
defense. You wanted him in particular.
I think Thibodeau even came out and said
Yes, Tom Thibodeau in particular wanted him. So that makes no sense. Dumb shit like that is what gets me tight about him. He's not a bad coach, but he has his dumb moments.
Do you think he's like reverse psychologying himself in terms of like maybe he thinks like if he leaves him in and he does poorly, he may actually lose his job due to that?
I mean, maybe he tries to get his guys, maybe he tries hard to get his guys to play out of a funk. I don't know. I don't know. He's a hard guy to figure out, bro. You know
And
what I mean?
and to bring this up, Derrick Rose is also a hot topic in terms of rumors. And that Derrick Rose specifically, if we get rid of him, it was purposely for Deuce to get his minutes, pretty much.
At one point I didn't want to trade Rose because in my head, I still believe in the 44 win prediction. I'm gonna stick to that. In my head, because if we get 44 wins, we're in the postseason. In my head, if we get 44 wins, Derrick Rose would be a valuable piece. However, he's on the last year of a contract, so he could be valuable on the market. He could probably potentially bring in another asset, or we could use him in another trade, like for whether it be a star or a mid-tier player that could help. So I'm warming up to the idea of trading him.
And it could free up space for your boy.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And we need our guys to get minutes. We got to see what he got, bro. We can't have a dude that plays that good of defense just sitting there. We need defense. You know what I mean? Derrick Rose would be a big loss.
How crazy would this be if you had Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride, and Cam Reddish on the same court?
It'd be pretty. I would love to see that.
Because you could move Reddish. You could move Reddish to the 3.
Yeah.
Right. And
he's naturally a 3.
You can move Reddish to the 3. Have Grimes at the 2, or have Grimes and Deuce switch up 2 and 1. Have Randall if we keep Randall, keep him at the 4, and then have Mitch or Sims at the 5. That's a wicked team right there.
Yeah, agreed.
Well,
especially defensively.
I'm not saying that's a starting 5 because we have Brunson. I'm just saying like that.
That's a unit. That's a unit we could use.
Yeah, that's a big unit. You could definitely use. Or you could even take Randall out that and put Obi in.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That'd be a fun lineup to watch. I mean, there's potential there.
There's a lot of stuff. So okay. So Tibbs is definitely officially on the hot seat. Here at Knicks.
I don't think he's on the hot seat.
No, he definitely is on the hot seat. We just don't think.
This week kind of cooled his seat off, bro. Because let's be real.
That's our opinion, though.
We was expecting only 1 win this week, so he kind of cooled himself off. Now he has a chance this week to completely cool the seat off. Because look, who do we have this week? We got OKC tomorrow. It's a short week because it's a holiday week. You know what I mean? So I don't think we're gonna have a lot of basketball.
Happy Thanksgiving,
I can't wait to eat, bro.
Finna get fat.
Yeah, and I'm gonna work that food. I'm gonna work it out at the gym. Can't wait.
I will not. I will let that shit sit.
Tomorrow we got OKC, and then on the 25th we got Portland. That's a winnable game. I think Portland's beatable. Got Dame Lillard. They're playing great ball. Don't get it twisted. Portland's off to a good start.
Nurkic scares me.
Portland's off to a good start. Portland's 10-6 right now. They got Anthony Simons is killing right now. Yeah, they got a decent team. Portland's not bad.
Nurkic scares me in that game.
I think they're beatable. And we got a revenge game next week as well against Memphis
Grizzlies. That's that. Okay, listen. Yes, it's a winnable game if we fix our perimeter defense. If we do not, we will get blown out both those games
against Memphis and
Portland, big time. Damian Lillard will drop bombs on
But
us.
we've showed we could play against Memphis. I see us going 2-1 this week.
Who's the one? OKC?
Excuse me. I would say either. Damn. I think we win both revenge games.
Lose to Portland?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I think it's competitive. I don't think Portland blows us out.
Not for nothing, bro. I think we go 0-3, bro.
Go 0-3 this week? Really?
I think we go 0-3. I think we go 0-3 or 1-2, and the 1 being tomorrow.
Really? Wow.
Yes, I do. I don't know, bro. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. Portland, you know what? 2-3. I'll go 2-3. I'll keep as positive as I can.
2-1?
Yeah, 2-1. Sorry, 2-1. The only one I think we'll lose indefinitely would be, I don't know, bro. OKC gave us an ass whooping, bro, and that was in the Garden. I don't know. I'm scared about tomorrow. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Nah,
It might be another disaster, bro.
I think tomorrow we show up, bro. I think we show up tomorrow. I don't think if the Knicks have a backbone, bro, whether we win or lose, we at least show up.
They're too inconsistent for me, bro, to really even predict anything. Because these are 3 hard teams to beat. Especially that you said each team is going at a good start. Like those 3 of those teams are at a good pace right now. They're starting to figure out who they are as a team, and they're putting it together. We are still currently trying to figure out who we are. You know what I mean?
I think we have a good week this week. I think we go 2-1, and that's just not that's not just me being positive, bro. Because like, I can understand why you would say Portland would be the loss, because like they have Dame Lillard and we don't. But I don't see Memphis blowing us out, bro. We took them to overtime.
Well, I'm not saying blowing out. I don't think we're gonna get blown out. I think we're just gonna lose, like by 4.
And remember,
3.
bro, we lost mostly because the refs didn't give us any respect that game, so we could have beat them. I can see us beating them this time around. You know what I mean?
I feel you, but I don't know, bro. I
think
say,
I think they're in our house. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're here. They're here.
Yeah, they're here. I think we get them this time around.
All right, so my final prediction.
I got us 2-1.
I got 1 and 2.
And Portland being the loss.
I say 1 and 2. I say Portland being the win.
All right.
1 and 2. Listen, Nick, please do not bash me in the comments, please. I don't know. It's just this team is doing it to me, bro. They're just too inconsistent for me, man. So honestly, I want to be proven wrong. Please, God, please prove me wrong.
Bro, just think of it this way: if we go 2-1, we're still average. We'd end the week at 10-10.
That'll be good.
Telling you.
But okay. Let's. How do we get above? Because at the end of the day, the goal is to win the championship, right?
It's not happening this year.
No. That is not happening. That's what I'm saying. So what is it that we need to get over the hump? Is it coaching? Is it players?
We need that A player, bro, first and foremost. I've said it many times within the past few weeks. We need that one A player. We got to figure out which pieces we're definitely keeping. Because, we're not keeping everybody. We got to figure out who's definitely staying, who's definitely going, who's going to be the defensive anchor, who's going to run the show, who's going to be the offensive weapon. You know what I mean? We need that A player.
So my people that I think that are solidified right now is
Brunson,
Cam Reddish, RJ,
and Mitch.
and Sims. Oh,
And Mitch.
You think
Mitch.
Mitch?
That's it. Those 5.
Okay.
Wait, and Grimes. Those 6. That's your 6 right there.
I got 5. I'm leaving Mitch out of that. I'm leaving Mitch out of my list. Unfortunately, sorry, Mitch.
He may be expendable eventually.
I rather Sims. Yeah, I'd rather go with Sims.
Okay, all right.
And
all
definitely
right.
Hartenstein. Get him out. Oh no, I'm sorry. These are people that we're keeping. I'm sorry. Yeah, Hartenstein's definitely out of here.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Nah, it's getting late. That's a fact. But yeah, those 5 right there, or you said 6. So those 5 players. I'll throw Mitch on mine just to even
You know
it out.
what? So I guess mine are Brunson, the definite keepers, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
keepers.
Brunson, Cam, RJ, because we signed RJ. He's not going anywhere. Mitch, Jericho.
There's also been talks that doesn't necessarily mean he's staying. I heard people say you could trade that contract.
You could, but I don't know. But we'll see. I don't know, bro. But the Knicks got decisions to make eventually, bro. Like for us to get over the hump, because if we get that star, Tibbs is a pretty good coach when he has an A player. He showed it when he had Derrick Rose.
That's very true.
So, maybe we're not firing Tibbs because we have a plan to get that A player. Who knows? You got to wait and see.
And with that being said, everybody, that wraps up episode 75 of Knicks Anonymous. Oh, no, 76.
76, actually.
Sorry, 76. Sorry. I call myself. 76 Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all that. Knicks Anonymous. Like we said, Instagram is usually just general updates. Twitter is very flexible in terms like when we're like
A lot of
game day.
conversation.
Yeah,
Feel free to interact with us too. We answer back.
especially game day. Game day, we're very, very active on Twitter. Very play-by-play-ish. I'm LJ.
Stevie in the building.
We are Knicks Anonymous. And we will see you guys next week.
Go Knicks.